Why is it? I think it's fair to say that I don't like the way some homeless people approach you. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of them have, like, business proposals and shit for you. Like, every time you walk by. Can I talk to you for a second? Can I talk to you for a second, man? And you're like, you were just talking to yourself. Why don't you do that?
No, first I will be 60 before this.
I have the thought, like, I don't if I don't look him in the eye. Oh my God, bro, his teeth go, oh shit, I think I and then you're locked in for the sales pitch. Like he's a financial advisor, like Goldman Sachs. Except there's usually something cool like, hey,
Next order will be 7:39.
I'm my scooter here from Dallas. Then, if you get on the train with a hot dog, I asked Joe. He used to write for the New York Times. He said, you can't make a left. Then, if you see a fire, you put strawberries in your fire, and the fire goes.
Why are you giving me two receipts?
Then you gotta put on your hat. So, can I have $1? No.
Rent?
Not after that weird shit.
And barbecue. Tell you about it. Barbecue for mine.
Hold this. Go, finish it up. That looks like an iPhone.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like what?
Looks like an iPhone from far away.
Va a estar saliendo más tarde. ¿Será?
Someone's gonna get a vasectomy, then I saw that tape. Yeah, fuck that. They cauterize.
Pero barbecue is about
No, cauterize means it's like welding. There. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a lot of dreams. Not one of them was to go to You know what that is, son? That is, I recognize that.
shot.
Here's a little something for you ladies. Every man in here at one time or another. If your man just turned to you and said, I have to
After eating that for a while, makes it taste like I've been eating hella like Fruit Loops and shit. Just like that. Cheese whole foods.
Who's this taking so?
Mine.
You already got yours, Sean?
Yeah.
Fuck Jimmy's food.
Fuck you.
What did you want? What did you want?
The black pepper.
No. Can you get barbecue sauce?
Yeah, barbecue.
And barbecue?
Yeah.
Jimmy?
Thank you.
Barbecue and barbecue?
Oh, yeah.
Like, son.
There are none.
Yeah, leave it on inside.
They're thirsty, boys. We got them on the run.
I hella forgot where we're at. I don't remember if we actually were in Pittsburgh. I was like, am I in Pittsburgh? Or did I just lie to my mom?
This school's name Martin Luther King.
Hello, let's go to Penny High.
Why?
Fuck shit up.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
And they have a pretty big gym, dude. They have a cool, like, a stage room. That shit's dope.
I know.
Been in there? Why?
Shit.
I've been in there for a graduation.
For shit? So that's
Yeah.
what kind of shit?
Girls and shit.
Bird?
Let's talk to girls over there.
Hey, you can't see them?
Yeah.
When you were out of high school? Weirdo.
No, when I was in high school.
Shut the fuck up, you didn't have a car with you.
And then I've been to the one in Antioch twice. No, it's hella nicer.
Maniac ones?
Yeah. Maniac's supposed to be way nicer.
Just had a ratchet people.
Yeah, that's hella nice. Like, that should have like a, like, how do you say it? Like a stadium, not a stadium, like a place where people can act and shit.
Stage?
Stage. What's hella big? It's like damn near big as our gym amount.
For real?
Yeah.
With the seats up or around?
And like if you're facing forward, so you get me?
What the fuck pit has that too?
But that one's hella nicer.
How come we don't have that shit? Over here's one ghetto they call it.
Because all our money goes into yeah.
That sucks. Why do we have to care?
Because that's how our school system is, right?
Remember last time we didn't go to the marina because there's helicopters? We're gonna go again?
Yeah.
Why?
Where else are we gonna go?
Anywhere else?
Nowhere else.
We went to Karen Park the other day, me and Jimmy.
I don't know where to
Why?
I don't know.
But feeling like a fucking courthouse, bro.
Free meals. There's Summer Square again?
Yeah. Oh, wait, they never did it at Mount. What the fuck?
I was there once. When we were there.
When did they do that? Brian went to
Our
that.
sophomore year.
Well, that was a
They
senior.
have Summer School there. Motherfucker.
I didn't see it.
Do you get content time?
No, I wouldn't see it.
Valley Market. Grocery There's this emergency in this song, bro. Why?
Car's probably fucking up.
She was so mad, she goes, I can't believe you confessed that the Lord gave you eyes and you didn't.
I said that and then the lights turned on. That's a trap, nigga. It's a teledroid. Those guys are for some coke?
Why are you always going to coke?
Because I'm getting married, Sylvester.
I don't see that ring on your finger.
Right? You said when I get married, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the only reason I want to get married.
That's the first thing that went to my head. I was like, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to do coke, man.
I would do that for us. For me.
If I'm doing coke, I'm treating everybody. That's the thing. If I'm doing coke, I'm treating everybody else to do it.
Yeah, treat them?
Yeah. I got my way.
Huh?
I got my way.
But I'm gonna do it. Can I know?
Yeah, you can know.
Can I be there when you do
Don't get married yet. What kind of wedding are you gonna have?
it? Very poor.
Exactly.
A lot of alcohol.
Well, don't you want a nice one?
Huh?
Don't you want a nice one?
What?
Is it this way?
Yeah.
Okay. Left.
After.
So yeah, don't you want a nice wedding, Rudy?
Why?
I don't know, so then you can remember.
These are cool restaurants that are probably hella good.
We don't go to.
Yeah. Right? Like probably like family or like money. He has to make money. Here, this should still be open, right? All these
Yeah.
stores have to make money.
And they probably raise the rent too.
We should literally look at these stores one day.
Well, we come at night.
Yeah, we'll be just black food in there.
That's a sports
It's
bar.
a sports bar.
Is it going there?
Yeah.
Today, when I didn't think we were gonna kick it, I was like, I want to go to a bar. So I was thinking about like inviting someone. But I'm like, I really don't want to drink.
Yeah, I kind of feel like drinking today.
I want to, but I mean, like, I don't because my car
I'll probably
and
drink
shit.
beer with you guys now.
You get me? But like, 4th of July, I'm asked for Sunday off so I can drink after I get off work. You get me?
when I was over there, I was just like, this look. And they would talk to me, and I would talk. And when I would talk, I'd still be funny. Like, I was still me. But when I'm high, you know, I'm always talking.
Yeah.
Now when I'm drunk, like, I was still funny, and like, they're laughing. And I was more of a dick, like, with my jokes.
Oh, wow.
When I was drunk, like, I was a little bit more pushy with my jokes. And Steven was getting hella annoyed.
Why?
I don't know, dude. I had been drinking since fucking 10 o'clock in the morning. It's fucking...
When you told me you're drinking all day, I was like, I wonder if that's how it feels to be a drinking age at a vacation. You get me?
I don't know what my dad feel like, dude. Like, it's just hella hot, and that beer, oh my god, it tastes so fucking good.
Makes you colder.
Huh?
Alcohol makes you colder.
Colder?
Yeah, it doesn't make you warmer. Alcohol in general.
But I thought when it's cold, people take shots.
Yeah, because they feel warm, but their body actually gets colder.
Why?
It thins out their veins, so less blood goes through.
But they feel warm.
Yeah.
That's because it's the high.
Yeah. There's detoxification.
I'm right.
Yeah.
By now, it's the beginning of the end. It was part of a 90s blog. It's like, this next oldie but a goodie. I'm like, what more time in this year? What was that? What did you say? An oldie but a goodie is the right.
I was watching those videos we were watching the other time. Talking about like the 25 facts and shit. I was scared of China's army for nothing.
Why?
It's not that strong.
They should put this burger in the munchie meal. What the fuck?
Why?
It looks hella good.
We haven't even tried it yet.
I don't know. Get this shit put it.
Where are you gonna go on your next vacation?
Me?
Yeah. Mexico?
Hopefully in December if I have a better job.
Like what? Medical assistant? I was telling Gaby, like, I was thinking about it, like, you can actually do pretty good in that. Because you're like me. Because at my internship, I'm the only guy that talks. I mean, I'm the only student that talks.
True.
Well, the other ones are hella shy.
Yeah, I love talking to people.
And you talk more than me. So even if you do an externship or whatever, they'll put that down. And they'll give you better
like
reviews.
very talkative person.
Yeah.
With like the patients and shit.
Yeah. You get me? And
There in a
then
minute, he says some dirty jokes.
They're funny. They're funny jokes. I don't want to write them down, but they're pretty funny. like he made this black girl squirt blood. Yeah. No, I know that's not good, but I'm fired because I didn't put a stop to that.
Because what I'm gonna do, like if I do get a job in that, I'm gonna be. Instead of like I do like what like the most people I'll do is like 10, 15 an hour, right? And then you'll be like, I'm guessing the same thing, right? You'll be with what, one patient like 10, 20 minutes,
yeah.
right?
And
And
you
then
do that like all fucking day.
yeah, but you can talk to him, you get me?
Yeah. A medical assistant doesn't really do much with like they have a shit to do, you know, but like
You can't fuck up.
yeah.
The worst thing that can happen is that you mix up people's files on the way to taking it to a nurse. You know what
I guess I probably shouldn't go high.
I mean? Yeah, we're talking about that too. You should smoke it. If you work at a hospital, you're gonna be around cops
Yeah.
and prisoners and shit.
You get high with the prisoners.
Yeah. So in front of the cops, they're
They're handcuffed
see
the whole
those?
time.
Huh?
They're handcuffed the whole time.
You didn't buy chips?
I did. They're over there somewhere. Do you get vacation days, Rudy?
Who?
You. I mean, you're gonna be there almost a year. No?
There's a new policy that just happened, huh? Chewy.
I didn't know until you told me.
What?
I told you yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah.
What happened?
You work 30 days,
That's an
and
hour.
that's an hour of paid vacation.
Okay, that's not bad. Wait, 30 days?
Yeah, nigga, so I have to work 7 years to get a week off of work. Paid.
Well, no, because 1 hour of vacation to 1 hour of full work, or 1 hour of 24 hours a day.
Wait, what?
Does the 30 days count for 1 day?
No, one hour.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like 1 hour out of the 24 hours?
Yeah.
Or
1
1
hour
hour?
out of the work
1
day.
hour.
Oh, that's
1
not
hour,
bad.
4 hours.
What do you mean? The fuck? I have to work 7 years to make up a week.
No, you get 2 days off a year.
Huh?
You get 2 days off a year.
What do you mean?
12 hours. But you work 6 days a week, Rudy. So that's 365 minus 52, so that's 312 days you work. So you get 10 hours a year. You get it?
That's not even 2 days. That's like a day and the beginning of the next. But yeah, they're doing that. So from the day that you started, you have that accumulated. And I haven't been there a year, so I don't even have a whole day. I'm gonna use that day for something really special.
Oh, like the day he's getting married. You know what you use it for? The day before you quit. Yeah, like, oh, I'm going on vacation. Next day I quit.
And just have to pay me for that day.
Or you have the 2 weeks notice, but with the vacation already on your last day. You get me? I think they're doing that because more people are staying with the job longer.
No.
Yeah, the doing is roll over.
People have been quitting that have it like left and right.
Then they wouldn't have to make a policy for it. At Food Max, it's if you work there 1 year, you get 1 week, right? If you work 5 years, you get 2 weeks. 10 years, 3 weeks. 15, 4 weeks. You get me? And then that's how you can't roll over, but the longer you stay, the more you get. You get me? And you guys just roll over.
Oh, but for managers,
Mm.
there's just three days.
First.
Instead of an hour,
Mm-hmm.
it's 3 days.
That's bullshit.
So they get a whole month. Yeah?
Makes sense, huh?
They get 4 weeks. At the end of the year.
Month paid free. That's why you always hear that shit, huh? Month free paid vacation.
Pretty good. Why do fast food restaurants unionize?
Because we have a lot of deals.
Well, that's true.
Most of them are probably illegals.
Union doesn't like that. They don't care. They do that shit. Background?
They do the background checks, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Restaurant, they don't give a fuck.
And they do the federal though. Not state.
So they all get deported.
Mm-hmm. If I went to jail and shit and I didn't put it down.
You get arrested?
No, they don't hire me. 'Cause a lot of my employees meant to state jail, even they never been to federal. And they still got hired. They didn't even put it down.
What time do I work tomorrow?
This nigga checked the schedule over there. Like
I was about to check the schedule. I was walking towards it.
He was like, what time I work here? Oh. What do you have the schedule, Fernando?
What do you make give you work, Rudy?
What? I don't make him work. Today I needed help. We would have been in there for hella long if he'd helped me. Last time we wanted to, it helps when we get out earlier. What the fuck? If you really didn't want to, he wouldn't even offer, right? Right? Right,
Nigga,
nigga?
you asked for my help, nigga.
Huh?
You asked for me to help
Yeah,
you.
today. That's what I'm saying. Today I did. Last time I didn't ask you.
I just came in.
That's what
But
I'm
then
saying.
Jasmine got me in trouble. She's like, no, you can't come in. You get in trouble. Did she really get in trouble? You know, bitch, huh?
She said she was just kidding.
He doesn't have a sense of humor, Rudy.
No, but she was looking at me hella serious. I kind of believed her.
That was the punch.
But then, that's her fault you guys didn't get help. It's fucking cold,
Pussy.
bitch.
I'm gonna charge it.
Face what?
In today's Top 10s video, we're looking at the 10 rules and laws that nobody obeys, and just to let you know that this is specific to the United States. Number 10, you need a license to sell anything, including lemonade. Welcome to modern day bureaucracy, where, outside of breathing, for now, little gets done without a piece of legal paper allowing you to do so. And if you love going by the books, this means shutting down everything that is being run without permission, including those adorable corner lemonade stands run by 6-year-old kids who charge a nickel a cup, which has naturally happened on several occasions.
The
Do you know
police
what else
stops them?
happens in this case? The entire
They
town
legally have
tells
to do
the
it?
local government
Yeah.
to suck it.
What if they
That's
don't?
what. If someone tries to shut
Yeah, we
down
don't get in
a
trouble.
business due to not having a license, every adult in a 10-mile radius organizes a mini revolution that the government simply cannot overcome. Remember, the only thing more powerful than money is a mother's anger. Oddly enough, if we started our own lemonade stand and
So
got
why
shut
don't
down,
cops
nobody
go
would
to
stand
that
up for
poor
us.
guy and stop these
It's
niggas from
such
selling
a
shit?
curse.
Because Pula is private property and the Pula has his own
Number 9,
permit to do it.
keep X dollars in your register. Anybody who has worked with cash knows this one. To prevent robbers from getting their hands on too much dough, loss prevention commands the drawers to be kept at a
That's pretty
certain
smart how
amount
what the
all
pull-out
time.
does.
It can be
What?
$75,
That's
$50,
pretty
or
smart.
even $30 if the neighborhood is particularly ornery. If
Let's go sell some
robberies
shit at the
persist, all of the
pull-out.
money is removed and replaced
Why
with a
would I wanna do
register
that?
full
Gonna
of
pay rent?
rabid weasels.
Like, I think it's like
Great
$20.
security.
Every
Not
time?
so good for cashier morale. Now, ask any busy cashier
I'm not
who
sure,
deals with
but
multiple
I'm pretty sure.
transactions a minute.
So you had to, like, reserve a spot though?
I think it's early.
You gotta go there like at 3 in the morning. We could just stay up hella late and just be there, I guess.
We're just getting higher than rhythm.
What the fuck are we doing?
Let's go watch the drive-in.
Yeah, and just sit there all night. Yeah, we should just do that. That's what I was actually thinking, but I want to say it.
That's not a bad idea.
It is. It's a great idea.
Because gum and coffee were popular that day. Money builds up and gets dropped several hundred at a time, so nobody suffers for it, unless they get robbed, of course. Then their fired asses should have followed the rules, damn it. Number 8. Only download music, games, or movies that you currently own. Hidden in the fine print of most download sites is the audible requirement that we only download things we have already paid for and own. No, it can't be a game that you owned when you were 7 and then sold to the kid down the street for 12 cents and a half.
I know how to download games.
Bubblegum. It must be in your possession at the time
Movies,
you download the
you
electronic
for
version.
shit.
24 hours, you
For
were supposed
movies?
to erase the
Oh no,
download
website you
and
can
go
like
back to your
download files
physical
too,
copy.
but I don't know if it's
If that rule were written
closed
in
down.
ancient
It's
caveman
like shut
language
down.
that went extinct 15,000 years ago, it would make more
Because it was
sense.
how I got my
If you
movies.
own the media, why download it? The point of a download is to get something you don't have. The rule is a total arse cover, and the torrent sites know this.
But yeah, that's what it's
Oh, wow,
like.
really? That's what it says in the terms and conditions?
Yeah.
Downloads Tony Orlando's greatest hits if they already own it.
Japan didn't have, I mean, China didn't have that shit.
Downloads or owns Tony Orlando,
That's why
period.
people, that's why you see a lot of bootleg
Don't
Chinese
jaywalk.
movies.
If you've never jaywalked before, then you probably haven't been outside ever. You jaywalk when you cross the street with no crosswalk, or when the light clearly says don't walk. This crime is something you see 100 people doing every hour on the hour, which would account for officers almost never busting people for it, unless it causes a real hassle or the cop feels like being a dick that day. Jaywalking can be very dangerous, especially when it comes to jay running and those nasty old cars you don't see coming. On the other hand, it's really convenient for those times when you desperately need to get across the street, and doing it the legal way is tens of yards down the road. So we weigh the pros and cons and we jaywalk. Number 6, don't drive with a rejected inspection sticker. Some states require you to have your car inspected every year for defects. If you fail, the garage pastes a big red sticker on your windshield and you have to get it repaired. But it's not just a big scarlet R that makes you ashamed to drive to family gatherings, because people will talk. Safety failures are forbidden from being driven, period, until the issue is resolved.
Remember they used to put those big stickers in your car?
1, if you can't
Oh.
drive it,
That's what I was wondering before.
They don't do that anymore.
No?
So that's why we have a smog check.
Mm.
That's what's on the old cars.
Car is basically impossible in this day and age unless you have a city limits and transportation. If you don't, you need a car, unsafe or not. People will drive with that big red tattoo for weeks, sometimes months, simply because there are no other options. Work beckons, unless their company lets them take a bunch of merchandise home to sell it on the couch, they will probably need to commute. Number 5, shower before using a public pool or beach.
Really?
We should all do this. Most of us are quite dirty and disgusting, so to enter a public pool reeking of dirt, sweat, and bacteria is fairly wrong. But do you remember to do this more than once every so often? Unless you're a germaphobe, probably not. After all, you're going into the water anyway. You're getting mad. Besides, who is going to stop you if you try to enter a pool unshowered? Armed guards, dogs, definitely not. Bicycle cops with batons? Probably not. Most likely it's a lifeguard who's far more concerned with sharks and thongs than your dirty toes. And once you get into the water, nobody can tell you.
What?
What?
In today's video, we're going to be looking at the top 10 names that you can't legally give your child. And in at number 10, it's Gesher, which means bridge. In 1994, Norwegian Chrissy Larsen gave birth to her 13th child and decided to name him based off of one of the She then translated bridge in Hebrew, giving the baby name Gesher. After rejected the name in February 1995, she was told to give the 10-month-old a name from the official list of accepted names. She didn't change the name. She was looking at a $420 fine or 2 days in jail. Larsen went to prison rather than admit wrongdoing and said that even though she lost the fight in court and would choose a name from the list, the family would still call him Gesher. Number 9, Nutella.
Nutella?
Up until 1993,
Wow.
France had a list of official names that new parents had to pick from. After 1993, they were allowed to pick almost anything they wanted. While there haven't been too many outrageous names, what caught the attention of the courts was a daughter being bestowed with Nutella. The court ruled that the name would lead to the child being teased and wasn't in the best interests of the girl. When the parents failed to appear in court, possibly because it was a morning appointment and they were too busy enjoying their breakfast spread, the judge ruled that the girl's name be changed to Ella. Number 8, Venerdì, which means Friday. Who doesn't love Fridays? Well, the Italians apparently, at least when it comes to naming babies. When a couple named their son Venerdì, they were drawing inspiration from a character in Robinson Crusoe, but Friday is a somewhat stereotypical native servant, and the court ruled that the name is associated with subservience and inferiority. The parents said they were going to call their son Venerdì and would double down by naming their daughter Mercalady Wednesday. Hopefully the Italians Moms don't have a problem with the Addams family. Number 7.
And then the
Starman.
kid Wednesday.
Sarah Leiston of Gothenburg, Sweden, said her son was born with one arm raised above his head, so he looks like Superman, and obviously he had to be named after him. A judge ruled that the name was too much like a surname, and that was against the rules in Sweden. The ruling caused a bit of an uproar, because while Stahlman wasn't permitted, names like Tarzan and Batman are allowed. The inconsistency prompted some members of parliament to ask for new legislation on naming rules. Number 6. Tallulah does the hula from Hawaii. Born in 1999 in New Zealand, Tallulah does the hula from Hawaii was understandably embarrassed by her name. In fact, she never told her friends what her real name was, telling them instead that it was Kay. When she was 9, her parents separated and she went to court as part of the process, but the judge found out she hated the name and made her a ward of the state so she could change it. The judge chastised the parents for being so irresponsible, and the new name wasn't made public to protect her identity. And that's not the only time New Zealanders have had a problem with naming children, because, at number 5, New Zealand's other banned names. In 2013, New Zealand released a report with all the names they had to ban. Some of the worst came from people that apparently forgot they were naming their child and not coming up with a YouTube username. One couple tried to name their child Mafia No Fear. When another couple saw the sonogram of their baby for the first time and realized it was for real, they named him For Real, and yes, that's with the number 4. Finally, for unknown reasons, someone tried to name their child Anal. Even stranger are the names that were allowed. Twins were named Benson and Hedges after the cigarette brand. Then there was Violence, number 16, Bus Shelter, and poor Tallulah. Number 4, Sonora, Mexico's banned names.
Aww.
The Mexican state of Sonora, government officials pulled 61 names from the baby registry that they deemed inappropriate. Highlights included Rambo and Robocop. Unfortunate names included a child named Facebook, girls named Lady Di and Massiana, which means Martian, and boys named Juan Calzone, which means Juan Panties, and Circumcision, which means circumcision. The children with these names will be able to keep them. Lucky them, but they'll be banned for any future children.
Oh, I got a hold of me
Osama
one.
bin Laden. Less than a year after the September 11 attacks, a Turkish couple living in Cologne, Germany, tried to name their son Osama bin Laden. The name was banned because the German government has 2 very strict rules when it comes to names. It has to clearly identify the person as male or female, and it can't be offensive. You get one guess as to which of the 2 rules Osama bin Laden violates. German officials also pointed out that they could have banned it on the grounds of the name being equally illegal in the couple's home country of Turkey, so they really had no hope of naming their child after one of the most hated men on the planet. Number 2, Saddam Hussein. There are some people who just like to provoke others and create controversy. It's one thing for adults to do that on their own, but it's a whole different matter when they bring their newborn children into it, which brings us to a father in Brazil, Osvaldo Oliveira Soares, who tried to name his son Saddam Hussein in 2001. Luckily, citing the welfare of the child, the courts intervened and told Soares to get a less dictatorial name. If that wasn't bad enough, 9 years later, he tried another name too, Osama bin Laden, and again the courts intervened. Presumably, if he has any further children, he's going to go for broke and attempt to name them Super Hitler. Speaking of which, in a number 1, it's Nazi names. If parent jail became a thing, Heath Campbell of New Jersey would be its first inmate. Campbell and his former wife Deborah, who are avowed Nazis, had 3 children together. They named their son Antonio Adolf Hitler Campbell, but later dropped the first name because otherwise it just sounded ridiculous. Their daughter was Joyce Lynn Aryan Nation Campbell, and their 3rd child, again a daughter, was given the name Honslin Hitler Janine Campbell in honor of Heinrich Himmler. The couple and their children's names came to the national spotlight in 2009 when a supermarket refused to write the name Adolf Hitler on a birthday cake. Shortly after that incident, the state took the children away and Heath and Deborah separated. Unfortunately, that didn't stop Heath from having more children with another woman. He had a son named Hans Heinrich, also named in honor of Himmler, and a daughter named Eva Braun. Both these children were taken away by the state hours after being born. Heath, who is illiterate and has been unemployed for most of his adult life, has gone to court a few times to fight for his children. Each time he went to court in full Nazi regalia, including a Hitler moustache and a large swastika neck tattoo. In total, Heath is believed to have 9 children, doesn't have custody or visitation rights for any of them. We guess that's the closest
I dare you
thing
to
a
do
happy
that.
ending. A story
Just
like
that save a bunch of people.
So I
No.
really hope you enjoyed that video. I'd love to know what you think.
Call Fumax or something and be like, I want a birthday gift for my kid. That was them A, D,
Adolfo.
Adolfo, H, I. Then you go pick it up. Like, you make a cross on it. Oh, I never thought of doing that ever in my life.
Oh, you know what? I think that's the cop that sits in the box.
Hello?
He might have, you know what I'm saying?
What?
He might have a boat that he gets in the water,
Oh,
right? Because I don't think he sits in the box all night.
yeah, what the fuck is he gonna do in there? Oh, that's crazy.
What?
This is the video that makes me laugh that you hate. How much is this one, Gibby?
Britain's Got Talent comes to London.
And among the thousands of hopefuls waiting patiently in the queue, stand a brand new boy band.
Who've travelled all the way from Benidorm on
Dude, he
Spain's
hates this.
sunny Costa Blanca.
You don't remember it?
Hi, my name's Liam.
Hi there, Matteo. I'm Kenneth, Capricorn with Asparagus Rising, single and available.
I'm Michael, and together we are
Los Chorizos.
Oh, no, sure. Wait, yeah, I think I do
Yeah.
remember
Los
this.
Chorizos. Los Chorizos. How'd you all meet? When we were all on holiday.
We got the.
What are you talking about? He's not lost chorizos, he's los chorizos. It means hot, fiery meat.
I knew that. I'm not a complete idiot, you know.
I'll take it.
Which part is
Huh?
missing?
I'll take
He's
it.
gay. I mean, the other two are just kids. The other guy's hella old.
Los chorizos, we are going
Yeah.
to win.
The guy with the hat, he's so stupid. It just makes me laugh. Like, I thought it was an act. It's just him being that stupid.
Benidorm has got talent, and we're bringing it to a stage near you.
What does that guy answer my pants mean?
I don't know. Dude.
And you are? Matteo. How old are you, Matteo? 25. Yeah, and the rest?
got that wrong.
Where do
You think everybody from there is fucking that stupid?
Say Las Vegas.
In Hollywood. Hollywood. Hollywood? That's right.
It's near Las Vegas.
Yeah. And what would you call your first album?
Sausages. Sausages.
Okay, you ready? Start, please.
I'll tell you what the song is, right? Those two guys, they were a boy band and they wrote the song. Yeah. Listen.
I know this one.
That's just hella funny to me. I'm just gonna be like the guy that just stands still if I ever go in there. You get me? If I gotta tell jokes, I'm just gonna turn my back.
Alicia, what did you think?
I think you guys are great. You're all very, very sexy, clearly. You're a fantastic dancer. What is there not to like?
David, what did you think?
Well, the song was bad enough first time round.
Carmen Electra.
Let's get ready to rumble, yes!
Well, I've done this a while, and this was arguably one of the worst groups I've ever seen in my life. And the idea... myself a boy band was ridiculous. Yeah, we're a boy band here, were you not?
Listen, Cowell, you don't know nothing about cows.
I know.
This lad here, he is my grandson. Anything to him. I'll kick it so hard when it's a job it's singing soprano to ding dong merrily on the house. This is my mother, Mad, and I'm sorry, Simon, but she gets a bit irritable when she's not had a cigarette. Oh, you.
Let's vote on it. Carmen?
Me and my oh, I gotta show you that one thing.
I have to say,
Oh, me and my sister love that one.
yes.
That video, that one.
It's a yes from me, guys.
It's actually the full riff when they actually